If you hate posting online, there's a good chance nothing is wrong with you. In fact, it might be a quiet sign of strength. In a world that rewards constant sharing, people who hesitate to post are often seen as shy, insecure, or bad at personal branding. But psychology suggests something very different. Sometimes, the resistance to post isn't fear, it's depth. It's self-awareness. It's intentionality. If hitting that post button feels strangely uncomfortable, you may recognize yourself in these 4 traits. First, you value depth over attention. Many people post for visibility, likes, reactions, quick validation. But if you tend to hold back, it may be because your mind naturally asks, is this meaningful? Before sharing anything. Psychology shows that people who prefer deeper processing are less driven by surface-level rewards. You're not easily motivated by numbers on a screen. Instead, you care about substance, purpose, and authenticity. For example, while others quickly share every small update, you might pause and think, does this really add value? That pause isn't hesitation. It's discernment. Second, you have high self-awareness. People who dislike posting online are often very aware of how they come across to others. Not in an anxious way, but in a reflective one. Research indicates that highly self-aware individuals tend to think more carefully about their digital footprint. You understand that once something is online, it can be interpreted in many different ways. So instead of posting impulsively, your brain naturally runs through quiet questions. How will this be perceived? Is this really me? Do I actually want this out there? This can make posting feel mentally heavy compared to people who share more freely. But this awareness is actually a form of emotional intelligence. Third, you have a strong need for privacy. Not everyone feels comfortable turning their life into content, and psychology fully supports this. Some people have a naturally higher boundary sensitivity. This means your nervous system simply prefers to keep certain parts of life personal. It's not secrecy, it's self-protection. You might notice this in small ways. You enjoy observing more than broadcasting. You share deeply in private conversations, but rarely in public spaces. You feel oddly exposed after posting something personal. Research indicates that people with strong internal boundaries often feel drained by oversharing cultures. Your energy is protected by being selective about what you reveal. Fourth, you are internally motivated. Here's something rarely talked about. Many frequent posters are driven, at least partly, by external validation loops. Likes, comments, and shares activate the brain's reward system. But if you dislike posting, it may be because your motivation comes more from within. Psychology shows that internally motivated people are less dependent on external feedback to feel satisfied. You don't need constant visibility to feel valuable. You don't need public applause to know you're growing. So while others feel energized by posting, you might feel neutral, or even slightly drained. And that's not a flaw. It simply means your reward system is wired differently. Now, this doesn't mean avoiding posting is always the right move. Sometimes sharing your voice can open meaningful opportunities. But it does mean this. If posting online has always felt unnatural to you, you're not broken. You may simply be someone who thinks before speaking, values depth over noise, protects their inner world, and moves through life with quiet intention. In a loud digital world, that kind of personality can feel out of place. But it's often the same personality that builds deep trust, meaningful relationships, and authentic influence over time. So if you've ever felt behind because you don't post as much, let this be your reminder. You are not less confident. You are not less capable. You are not falling behind. You may just be wired for depth in a world addicted to speed. If this resonated with you, comment "Quiet Strength" below. And subscribe for more psychology insights that help you understand the hidden strengths most people overlook.